Okay, we'll be reading from Gita, chapter number 2, shloka number 42. Pravadante avipashitaha vedavadarata partha nanyad astiti vadinaha. 1 second, give me 1 second. Okay, so Kamatmana Swargapara Janma Karma Pala Pradam Kriya Vishesha Bahulam Bhogeshwarya Gatim Prati. Translation purport given by His Divine Grace Bhakti and Srila Prabhupada. Men of small knowledge are very much attached to the flowery words of the Vedas, which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resultant good birth, power, and so forth. Being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life, they say that there is nothing more than this. Purport. People in general are not very intelligent. Due to their ignorance, they are most attached to the fruitive activities recommended in Karmakanda portions of the Vedas. They do not want anything more than sense gratificatory proposals for enjoying life in heaven, where wine and women are available. And material opulence is very common. The Vedas, many sacrifices are recommended for elevation to the heavenly planets, especially the Jyotistama sacrifice. In fact, it is stated that anyone desiring elevation to heavenly planets must perform these sacrifices, and men with poor fund of knowledge think that this is the whole purpose of Vedic wisdom. It's very difficult for such an inexperienced person to be situated in the determined action of Krishna consciousness. As fools are attached to flowers of poisonous trees without knowing the result of such attractions. Unenlightened men are similarly attracted by such heavenly opulences and the sense enjoyment thereof. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuranminitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Mena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhameyam Dadati Swapadantikam Panchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Angam Langayate Girim Kripatamaham Bande Shri Guru Dina Tarinam Hare Krishna. So, the shloka is a very details on how one should lead one's life, or how this general world has been designed, has been explained. Especially in India, we see this. You see some festivals coming, Navaratri, Dashara, some local festivals. They worship Mother Durga. The intent of that worship is just to give me some good health. Our good health is little in the background, unless and until the health is very deteriorated, unless and until a person is going through a serious health issue, he will not ask that. As long as the health is good, he will feel that his motto, his motivation is to earn money. Who doesn't like money in this world? Everyone loves money. They want to keep that money. But that money, that Lakshmi Devi is Chanchala. It will not stay at one place. She wanders from place to place. She goes from location to location. Interesting thing is, it is difficult in this material world. No one understands this. Please understand this. In this material world, no one understands that this money is chanchala, because they all think that this money is great, the opulence is great, this is great, that is great. So many greats. Through that greats, what is happening? We run behind that. The purpose of going to America or Dubai or Australia or England or Europe, wherever, UK, Europe, Mexico, Australia, not Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, Canada. Why? Just to earn money. Earlier, in the olden days, Prabhupada is mentioning here that the people in this world, they are connected to the flowery words, they are connected to the flowery language of the scriptures, they are connected to so-called process of spirituality, because that so-called process of spirituality is helping them to elevate or come out of certain difficulties. That means people who come to Krishna consciousness, they don't have problems, they have problems. But they'll understand what is the real solution of this problem. Not that Krishna will remove the problem because I came to Krishna consciousness. If a person is understanding Krishna consciousness in that way, he is not understanding in the right way. No doubt there is a problem, there is a solution also. As the time will heal the solution, or if Krishna wants to remove, he'll remove. If Krishna wants to continue that problem, he'll continue. Because in anything or any situation we've been kept, one thing is very clear, that no matter what is been given to me, that is the best thing. But this, that's what Prabhupada is mentioning. If a person is not fully Krishna conscious, he's in the middle ground, or is a mentality of karmakanda. He has a mentality of being fruitive. If that person is there, then it's a very clear indication, or it's a very clear understanding that to come to that state of really focusing and really understanding the science will become very difficult. Everyone is leading their life in their own way. Everyone has their own priorities. One person's priority is not the other person's priority. For example, if you have a priority, the other person is not holding that priority, don't be envious to that person. Don't be jealous to that person. That is his nature of seeing the world. Please understand this. For example, you are hearing from a spiritual teacher. That doesn't mean that everyone should hear from that spiritual teacher. Others might have other options. But if they are continuing the process, that is great. But they are using that option to go away from the process, that is bad. If you have a relationship, you should tell at that time. You're telling these things, but you're not following. Please understand. So, the science, the science of Krishna consciousness is something devoid of all of these things. Why Krishna is telling this is, he's asking us not to commit this problem. What is that? Men of small knowledge or small intelligence are attracted to the flowery words of the Vedas. That means if I do this, I'll get a good husband, or if I do that, I'll get a good wife, or if I do this, I will have a good children, or if I do that, I'll have a lot of money. If I do this, I'll get peace of mind. If I do this, I'll get strength in doing my sex life. You have those things in the Vedas. That means there are certain principles which are established in the scriptures, right? Which recommend various fruitive activities for elevation to heavenly planets, resulting resultant through good birth, power, so forth. That means earlier in the olden days, people were actually focusing on this. Focusing on what? Good birth, high parentage, good wealth, profit, adoration, recognition, tendency to get the power. Very important. Another aspect. If one person has the power, don't think that he's happy. Let's say you don't have the power, other person has. Don't think that they are happy. Or if the moment you aspire for that power, that is what na Kanaka Kamini Pratishta. Name, fame, profit, adoration. What is that? Kanaka Kamini Pratishta. You're looking for some name, you're looking for some fame, you're looking for this, that, so many other things. Oh, what is that helping you? You don't know what that is helping you. But if you are looking for that, what is that again proving in our life? That our process of going home back to Godhead is halted. What is that? Our process of going home back to Godhead is halted. Because I'm looking for this. I'm looking for some name. I'm looking for some fame, some profit, some this, some that. We're looking for all of that. Is that helping anyone? It's not helping us. If somebody is glorifying us, oh Prabhu, oh, you gave up your job, you left America, you're in India, you're serving. Wow, that's great. Oh, this is great. But we know what we are. People might tell, devotees might tell, but we know who we are. We know our position. So to the flowery words, one should not be affected. Not only this, the flowery words in the Vedas. If you are affected to this, this is a great problem. What is that? Somebody is glorifying, you're taking that glorification. You're not remembering the spiritual master, you're not giving to them. That is a problem actually. Out of out of out of their love, affection, they tell us that you are good, you are that, you are this, you are doing this, you are doing that. Okay, that is all right. But how are we accepting that? How are we taking that into consideration? That is important. I'll tell an example from the scripture. Bali Maharaj, let's take Bharata Maharaj. Bharata Maharaj was not affected by the flowery language. Bharata Maharaj heard from his teacher, his father, Lord Rishabdev, who is the incarnation of the Lord. That means Bali Maharaj was born to the Lord only. Now that Bali Maharaj, he had 100 sons, 100 brothers. They were all listening from their father, Rishabdev. Rishabdev is telling this world is temporary. This world is unreal. This world doesn't have this, that, so many other things. But we don't understand that even though we do not have all of these things, still the mind is attached to this. It is not attached to Krishna, or it is not attached to the words of the spiritual master, the acharyas, but rather it is attached to this. We become jealous, we become envious all of a sudden. We put others down. We might not put others down face to face, but we will be putting them down in our heart, in our consciousness. That is also bad. That means even at the thought level, one shouldn't deviate. That's what exactly happened to the life of Mother Sita. Lord Ramachandra, he did not insult Mother Sita. When that washerman is telling, how come you accept a lady who came from an unknown country? That means that washerman was actually judging Mother Sita. But Lord Ramachandra, he used that an opportunity and then he wanted to show the chastity of Mother Sita to entire world. He says, you go and then step into the fire. If you step into the fire, if you are not burnt, then you are pure. If you are burned, then you are not. Then she goes, she steps into the fire and then comes out wonderfully without any issue. That means she's conveying or proving. That means Lord Ramachandra is actually, everyone have incorrect arrangements or understandings about Lord Ramachandra. They don't know who Lord Ramachandra is. They kind of blame Lord Ramachandra on this. Oh, Lord Ramachandra has sent Mother Sita into the fire as a test. Oh, he shouldn't have done that. But here, Lord Ramachandra is actually, he did that to glorify Mother Sita. Only few devotees will understand this. That was done simply to glorify the Lord. Please understand. To glorify Mother Sita. It's not for any other external endeavor. Oh, please understand this. Mother Sita was being glorified wonderfully by the Supreme Lord. Please understand this, dear devotees. He wants to show the chastity of Mother Sita to this entire world. That means when Lord gives difficulties, let me see, even at the thought level also, she's not deviating. If she had deviated, she wouldn't have come out like that. But even at the thought level also, she's completely fixed up at the lotus feet of Lord Ramachandra. This is chastity, this is purity, this is devotion. This one has to aspire more and more. So the more we understand this, dear devotees, the more we know about the qualities. That means even at the thought level also, I shouldn't put or judge anyone in this world. Why should I? Hiranyakashipu judged his son just like that. But Prahlad Maharaj did not judge him. Please understand, Hiranyakashipu was putting Prahlad Maharaj down, was sending him to so much, sending him through so many difficulties. But Prahlad Maharaj is not actually seeing those difficulties. Prahlad Maharaj is not actually seeing the problems which Hiranyakashipu is putting in front of him. But Prahlad Maharaj is seeing the presence of the Lord, Supreme Lord, at every moment in his life. That means what is this Krishna consciousness? You have to do Krishna consciousness by moment by moment. You have to understand this process by moment, not any other way. This thing we need to understand. So what is this? 8-9 months dear devotees. Mother Sita was in the dire condition. So what is she doing? She's in complete absorption. 24 hours she's thinking about the Lord. This person is telling her, I'm gonna kill you. If you don't accept my words, I'm gonna kill you. Still she's not fearful for those situations. Still she's saying that no, I cannot. Lord Ramachandra is my husband. I cannot imagine anyone else. It's a massive opportunity to read about this. That means through this opportunity, what is happening? A clear indication that if I am not practicing the process at every step in my life, then the steps which you are putting in our life has no value. For example, if you want to construct a temple, for example, if you want to construct or open up a center, for example, if you want to do another service, one first thing which we need to have deep understanding that why am I doing this? What is the intention of doing this? For whose happiness I should do this? For whom I should please? Whom I should satisfy? All these things do come into consideration. So if we analyze these things, it becomes very clear in our life that this is the best way. What is this? A science of Krishna consciousness. This is the best, my dear Lord. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. There are millions of people in this world, but somehow I got this opportunity. Thank you. Why? Should understand our spiritual master is protecting us actually. Every step in our life, they're protecting us through their association, through their wisdom, through their knowledge, through their intelligence. They're protecting us. For this, we need to understand. We need to realize. Padam padam yadvipadam natesham. At every step, there is danger here. But the more a person realizes that there is danger here, he will take this science of Krishna consciousness on a deeper level because he doesn't have any other solution in this world. Krishna is telling, don't be attracted to these flowery words of the Vedas. He's talking about the people who are not Krishna conscious. The Lord is talking in this sloka, is telling about who is not Krishna conscious, being desirous of sense gratification and opulent life. Desirous of sense gratification and opulence. What is opulence? Oh, I want this, I want that, so many other things of this world. What is that? That is the opulence. The opulence life, what is that yielding? That is not yielding Krishna conscious. But rather, what is that doing? Keeping us engaged in so many other activities. That means our time and energy is focused in such a way that we are engaged in so many other activities rather than the real activity which we need to practice. I'll tell an example on this. There's a bird, she's flying. She finds a meat piece, a piece of meat, a loaf of meat. Now somehow she's carrying that meat in her beak, and then she's trying to fly. She wanted to go to her tree and then eat that. Now this scene was observed by other birds. This scene was observed by other birds. What they did? They started running behind this bird. What are they doing? They started running behind this bird. Now what happened after that? What happened through that? When they started running behind that, the bird was little anxious, and those birds are very heavy. They're stronger than this bird. They wanted to take that meat, or for that they wanted to kill this bird also, the other birds. So all of a sudden, this bird gets this realization that why am I running? Before this meatloaf, I was not running. Now I have this meatloaf. Now I am running for this. Why should I? So she simply drops that meat. And all of a sudden, to her surprise, nobody was running behind her anymore. That means she's saved and protected. Now she goes onto the tree branch and then she's observing what's happening with that meatloaf. You know what's happening with that meatloaf? All the other birds started fighting. What is happening? All the other birds started fighting with each other for that meatloaf. Now this bird realizes, oh, for this meatloaf I'm running so much. This is the exact situation of a conditioned soul in this world. The conditioned soul runs behind this word. He's continuously running. And he himself, he doesn't know why is he running. Can't we lead a simple life? We can, but we want to run. As we are running behind this material world, along with this, the energies, the person, they also run behind us. That means we are kept in a difficult state in this world. Pathetic condition. We cannot even think, cannot even understand. So many things are going on. But this continuation of running is not stopped. Up until what time will run? Eternally, continuously, again and again, life after life. We stop for some time through death and again we get up. Just like a child, he gets up. He's trying to learn so many things. Because he's continuing from his previous life. And this child is learning so many things. But what is that learning doing and helping him? Nothing. But if a person stops running, runs behind all of these things, just maintains what it is required for one's life, and then lead a simple, that's what Prabhupada says, simple living, high thinking. Nobody aspires for simple thing. Everyone aspires for complex living. Nobody aspires for simple living. Simple living is too far in the dictionary. That's what Prabhupada says. Very, very important, dear devotees. That simplicity is the essence of everything. Is the key. And we need to know and understand this more. Because just like that bird running behind so many things, is that helping her in any way? It's not helping her. But still it is running. For what benefit it is getting? No benefit. For example, if you are practicing Krishna consciousness, let's take the situation of Arjuna. Arjuna is in this state. Now he is hearing about all of these things, dear devotees. That means Arjuna was sharing something about karma kanda, sharing something about punya, sharing something about papa. Now Krishna is addressing all of those things. He's telling, don't be attracted to the flowery words of the Vedas. That if you do this, I'll get this. Being fruitive. Let me have this, let me have that. Let me go here, let me go there. Let me sit here, let me stand there. All these things are problems. All these things are chaotic conditions which we are unable to solve in this world. This is a beauty in the process. Arjuna was telling an aspect. What is that aspect? Arjuna is telling, no, Krishna, how can I do this? I cannot kill these people because you want me to go to the hell? How can I do this? That means Krishna told him to fight. No, Arjuna was ready to fight. But he has seen the situation. His consciousness got changed. That means the person who came to fight, no, he doesn't want to fight. Actually, he has to do Mahamanusmara Yuddhasa. But he doesn't want to do that. Now, Krishna here gives him the intelligence and the independence. So, after speaking the entire Gita, Krishna told Arjuna, Mahamanusmara Yuddhasa. Krishna told, Etatese katat tata kuru. And Arjuna is telling Karishya Vachanamta, oh my dear Achyuta, I will fight for your happiness. Karishya Vachanamta, you are my savior. You are my life and soul. But first, Arjuna was not in a position to accept that. But now he's in a position to accept. What is the difference? Change of consciousness. Through the process of Shravana, his consciousness got completely changed. He's not an ordinary person now. He is a changed person. His consciousness is fully changed. He not only left, dear devotees, living is one thing, doing is another thing. That means living and doing should happen both together. Together means living should happen, after that doing should happen. One cannot avoid that. Stating that, oh, I will just do, I will not leave, that's a problem. Or I will leave, I will not do, that's another problem. So what is the right solution? One should leave and one should do. If one's consciousness is not established in that state, then he will not understand the science. So what is the activity and actions? He should leave and he should also do. He cannot just leave and then keep quiet. That means that is also a problem. For example, through the process of impersonalism, people come to the science. They take the science of Krishna or they take the science of spirituality. But as impersonalistic mentality is there, they leave, but they don't do. Do means service. They leave, stating that I left. They leave, thinking that I have left to this, but they don't go. That's the problem. That is exactly the problem in this world. And then the more you understand, more we understand this, the more grave we will be. If you don't understand this, it's a problem. It's a big problem. You have to understand this. There's no other option. There's no other go here. You have to go through that. Very important to do this. Without proper understanding, we cannot make progress. You have to know, oh, why did Arjuna think like that? Why is he going through difficulties? If Arjuna is going through difficulties, that means every person in this world, persons like Arjuna is going through difficulties, that means Arjuna is something exalted. That person is going through difficulties, that means every person in this world should obviously go through difficulties. But why the people in this world, they are not actually taking the science? Why I am not taking the science very seriously? If we ask this question, the immediate answer will come attachments. Or we don't want to submit to a person, or we don't want to hear from them, or we don't want to take guidance or association from them, or we don't want to share our heart to them, or we don't want to express our anarthas. See, the pure devotee will not put us down, or a Vaishnava or a real Vaishnava will not put us down. Because what is the demarcation of a person denoted as a Vaishnava? They are very pure souls in this world. What is the demarcation? They are completely selfish. They do not have any expectation. They're selfless in this world. No expectation, dear devotees. Paraduka duki, parasuka sukhi. If others are sad, he's sad. If others are happy, he's happy. Because he's seeing happiness in others' happiness. If other person, other devotee is happy, yes, be happy, be seeing them happy. If other devotees are outstanding, they're doing great, yes, yes, pray for them. Or take inspiration from them. Yes, 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 you're doing so much. Let me do little. Let me assist you. Oh, this person is doing this. Let me open up another center and then let me do this independently. Let me become a competition, healthy competition on the name of Krishna consciousness. But rather, we don't want to assist them. Everyone wants to do creation, everyone wants to create something new. Everyone wants to do what is best. But nobody wants to assist. Because assist only comes through pure goodness. As a great solace in assistance. Very important. Hare Krishna. I think I'll stop here. Anyone would like to add anything? Any questions? Or Chanakya, nice to Hare Krishna. Veena Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so
Amma,
much.
please.
Uh, so, Prabhuji,
Once again, yes, please tell.
I have a question. Like, if we have creating the on the thought level, a thought has created and it has not put in the action, though that thought will count it as a karma, or if when it is like if it is performed in action, that is karma.
We'll discuss that tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. We'll discuss that tomorrow. Okay. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Grace Neil Govind Prabhu ji ki jai. All devotees ki jai. Vasudev ki jai. Sheetal Mata ji. Vasudev Prabhu ji. Devotees. Thank you Prabhu ji. Hare Krishna.